Hello students, it's Dee Dee and I'm going to talk to you about how to be successful this fourth week of class. And I'm broadcasting live from our girls' room today. They have a really nice room, and this is Tiger. Tiger's one of our cats, so Tiger you're going to see later in another video, so I thought I would introduce you to Tiger. So, what we're going to talk about this week and how to be successful this week. We're going to talk about chapters, you're going to need to read chapters 10, 11, and 12. Oh, they're really good chapters. Really, 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 really good, I promise. And the pace is going to feel a lot the same. You're going to read the chapters. You're going to take the short answer test by Thursday. I think we're going to do the same thing as last week and I just send it to me as an attachment. That seemed like it was a lot less stressful for people, so we're going to go for that again. There's going to be podcasts to check out, there's going to be links, there's going to be forums to post on, all that kind of stuff. And then you'll take the multiple choice test by 10, 11, for chapters 10, 11, and 12 by Friday at 4. Some of you might choose to write a paper this week. Remember, you have to write 3 for the whole session, and you can't do 2 in a week, because I don't want to get a whole bunch of them in the last week, is basically why you can't do that. So, what we're going to talk about this week, that's going to be so incredibly cool. We are going to talk about emotional development in children. So, how do kids develop their emotions? How do they become aware of their emotions? What are self-conscious emotions? When do we first start to get embarrassed? When do we develop empathy? Why can some kids read other kids' emotions and other kids can't? How are kids born different? I mean, are there really kind of like difficult kids and easy kids? Is there any truth to that? Those of you who have children have probably some strong opinions on that. How do kids develop an attachment? Why do kids get attached to other people, some people and not other people? Is it true that kids can be more attached to like their mom or their dad, and that some kids are like, oh, they're a daddy's girl, and some kids are a mommy's girl? Is there any truth to that? In chapter 11, the cool stuff to talk about is, oh my gosh, this is awesome too, the self and identity. So how do we develop our sense of who we are as a person? When does that start to happen? How does self-esteem development? What things affect self-esteem and the development of self-esteem? Can you have different levels of self-esteem in different area? And then how does identity start to emerge in adolescence? What happens to make identity emerge? And what are the things that play into our sense of identity? And do we strongly feel like we're a member of the band, and how is that important? Or maybe we're a U of L fan or a UK fan, and how does that affect our identity? And then, cool, emerging adulthood, where some of you are right now, how do people experience their identity in emerging adulthood, ages 18 to 25? And then an interesting concept that's not in our book is what happens to our identity as we beyond 25. And I know that our book doesn't cover that, but that's a good topic too. We're also going to talk about things like how does culture affect identity and how does gender affect identity. If you're the only African American kid in a white school, how does that affect your identity, or vice versa? And how do those things factor into your identity? And then we're going to move on to chapter 12. It's also really cool. We're going to talk about gender and what are gender stereotypes and how do they play into our behavior? What are gender roles? Do you think boys have a tighter gender role, or do girls have a tighter gender role? Do stereotypes affect girls more or boys more? How do we develop our sense of who we are in terms of gender? How do we deal with sexism in our society? And I think that's all I need to say to you right now. So, happy fourth week of class. I'm so excited that we had less Moodle problems last week. Yay, hooray, exciting. And that's a good thing, so hopefully we'll have a smooth week this week. And I'm looking forward to learning with you all for another week. Okay, thanks. Bye.